Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I know it's been around 3 weeks, maybe close to four, since my last video. Um, in this video, I'm just going to be going over S&P, Bitcoin, Solana, Jupiter, Doge, maybe a couple other alts like some meme coins. But yeah, in my last video I made a couple weeks back, I was talking about how, as far as crypto goes, the bull market continues, and most likely stocks as well, obviously. Um, but yeah, and if you look now, we are much higher, and it's gearing up for a good time ahead still. So, yeah. All right, jumping into this, I got the S&P 500 pulled up here in daily chart. So I made a post last night about this, of something to watch. The daily RSI here, the trend line, it's getting breached. I didn't think it was going to have breached a fucking day later, but it is getting breached. And that's not a good sign. That is, short-term bearish. Not that I think the top is here. I don't think this is the top at 585, wherever that was exactly. But short term here, uh, S&P 500 could have a short-term pullback or a sideways type period. Um, if we do get more confirmation, daily closes under this trend line break. Right, it's stochastic moving down with VWAP. You got a red dot forming, or that did form on daily market cipher B. Money flows put it down a tiny bit. Pull up the EMAs. So far we're trying to bounce at the end of the day off the 21 daily. So yeah, and a couple times over here, the trend line did get breached, and it was kind of a fake out. And then you just keep the trend line there. And if it gets breached again, you just got to keep watching it. But say this is a fake out and we do head higher to 599, which is a 1.618 Fibonacci target, right around 600 bucks, psychological level. I will continue to watch this trend line. And if it does get faked out and breached again at a later date, it could gear up for a nice trade setup at least, or short term downside risk, right? So just something to watch here. Now, going on to like a higher time frame, I mean, I do think S&P 500 does continue its bull market. There's not much showing that it's going to slow down anytime soon, as far as like a major top. If I were to guess, I mean, going off of crypto, probably sometime in 2025, maybe there could be a bigger top in the stock market. But as of right now, there's short term, there's weaknesses showing up with potential divergences forming on bigger time frames, but they take time to play out. It's a bigger time frame. So there's that. Overall, still bullish on equities. Okay. Now we'll go into BTC. All right, so I got Bitcoin Daily pulled up here, and we found resistance at around 69,000, 69.5K. Okay, and we got a pullback. And we got to pull back into a golden pocket zone while you're kind of retesting this parallel resistance channel, right? That acted as resistance since March. And we finally got a breakout and we're retesting the bigger area, right, of it as a back test. Okay. And so far trying to bounce off the golden pocket. Now, if Bitcoin does come lower, it could come in between 64.2K and 61.3K. If we get anything under 60, if we get higher time frame closes under 61.3K, that's not a good sign. Okay, that's very weak for Bitcoin. I would not like to see that, but I do think we continue this trend of higher highs and higher lows on this daily, and we're going into very bullish seasonality. October, November, December. We got a green month for September historically. you have a green Q3 or Q4. Sorry, you have a green Q4 if you got a green September close. So, I mean, the probabilities are on the bull side. Okay, with that being said, so short term, little corrections are okay. It's not the end of the world. The bigger trend is up, and this honestly just looks like a big bullish consolidation that formed, and where it finally got a breakout and just back testing, consolidating before a run higher. Okay, and I already talked about my 105-day cycle, I believe, in my last video. I'm not going to get into that today, but so far so good. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna pull up this Bitcoin chart too. Just some confluence, right? So in this one, I was talking about 64.2 and 61.3. That area, that zone. And BTC so far it's trying to hold above the last high here at 66.4K. Now if we do get closures under here, we could very well come back down to like 63, 64 obviously. And this blue line here at 63, around 63.1K. All right, that's just, we got a big zone here of support right there in the 64 to 63s. Okay. And as far as down to 61, I don't think Bitcoin comes down as far as 61, but it could. But we do have big area of support between 64 and 63K. So if we do come down that low, I think that'd be a very strong area to find support for Bitcoin. Okay. And this is just a crazy looking chart to most people. So let me hop off of this because not everybody's going to understand this shit. All right, Dogecoin. Then after this, we'll get into Solana and Droop. So Doge, this is great. You're making higher highs, higher lows. Okay, breaking above key levels. Now it's just consolidating. I mean, it went up for almost 10 days in a row. So pretty expected to have some sort of slowdown, right? But overall, I mean, you had a big breakout out of a bullish pennant. I do think in the coming months, Dogecoin will be much higher. I had made a post yesterday night as well about the 2-week chart on Dogecoin as far as money flow goes, and I will pull it up again. So let me go on logarithmics just so you can see, and I don't know why is it still here. I deleted it before. Clean this up. Didn't save my work from yesterday. Okay. So 2-week, we got money flow into green confirmed as of this past weekend. So we can see, let me change that to green and dotted. So the last time we got it was June of 2020, a 2-week green money flow. And we just got another one October 2024. So the first one of February 7th, 2017 took 56 days from when money flow went green on the 2-week to break a new all-time high. 56 days. And then this one was 200 something. It was 210 days. 210 days from a green money flow confirmation to break a new all-time high. And now we just got one this past week. Okay, confirmed. I said in my Twitter post last night, I expected Dogecoin to be $1 plus within the next 6 months. That's just my theory. That's my prediction. We'll see if it plays out. We can come back to this. But nonetheless, this is a very fucking bullish sign that money flow has now gone green on the 2-week chart. There's no 2-week bearish divergences on RSI or momentum waves or VWAP or money flow. You got a green dot on the 2-week that also confirmed with a green money flow trigger. Stochastic is moving up. VWAP is positive. It's good signs for Dogecoin. All right, and I'm curious about the EMAs. Yeah, we're above all the EMAs now in the 2 week as well. They're starting to curve up. Bullish indications overall with the whole market, right? And I made a video. When was this? This was probably like 7 months ago now. It's been a while. But whenever Bitcoin does break a new all-time high, okay, and like truly breaks it and holds above and keeps going, that's historically when Doge gets its parabolic runs. So we will see in the coming couple of months what Dogecoin does. I do expect Bitcoin to solidify a strong breakout above all-time highs and keep pushing for the end of the cycle, the final phase of the cycle, which is that usually that parabolic and crazy phase. So we'll see. Going into Solana now. So I said in my last video, I'm pretty sure it was the last video. Maybe it wasn't. But definitely a Twitter post. I'm more active on there, so you guys give my Twitter account a follow, X account, whatever you want to call it now. Solana got daily closures above 162.45, which is a key area. It was previous support and previous resistance many fucking times, and we broke above, back tested it, held above. The next area that's a magnet or you would look for is going to be right up here in the 182, 183, and we're going right to it. Or it's going to act like it's a magnet. I do expect some resistance to be found there in the 180s, the lower 180s. But overall, I mean, you're starting to uptrend here on the daily chart, right? And again, just like Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market, we're getting in bullish times. Okay, uh, I doubt we see range of lows again in the 120s. Could it happen? Sure, but I doubt it. I really do think this is the start of the next leg. So 180 potential short-term resistance. When we get there, we can look and see what support levels will be with fibs and stuff like that. But right now, that's the bullish target is 180, 182, 183. Okay, so I'm looking very good here. If I pull up a weekly chart, you have higher highs, or no, low, high, higher low, and now most likely a higher high. And that was a bullish engulfing candle we got last week. Again, stuff is looking very good. We're in the early stages of the next leg to the upside. That's really what it's looking like. Jupiter, beautiful chart here. People had many chances to grab at range lows. Very simple chart. It's a fucking range to basing structure, and you had a big breakout, right? You had a big breakout of this downward trend line, and right here, it's white and dotted, right? Back test, and your next resistance level is this orange box. Just like Solana, this box was used as support and resistance many times throughout the past months since April. Okay, and if you do get strong consolidation above, the next level to look for is that $1.23 level on Jupiter. And it looks like we're going, that's where we're headed. That's the magnet right now. I would expect short-term resistance there. Okay. But overall, this is likely the next leg to the upside for Jupe as well. Okay. All right. Yeah, that big wave one, that first wave, okay, early on with a big pump. Yeah, that wave two, where it's a consolidation. People think it's dead, right? They get bored out. And we got another third wave where we're probably going to push new all-time highs on Jupiter, wherever that's going to be, and top out. But looking very good here on Jupe. Okay. I would expect this orange box to hold as support if we do come back down and back test it. Okay. Now, Jupiter as well, I have a cycle count here, and I just want to make sure, yeah, a 49-day cycle on Jupiter, what I found. And we started a new cycle October 14th. This one will currently end December 2nd. Okay, so I do think this current cycle count that we're in, and the coming ones for the next 6 months are going to be very bullish. Obviously, there will always going to be short-term, medium-term consolidation periods, correction periods, whatever you want to classify them as. But this being the first cycle count within the last 7 months or so, whatever, where we're having bullish breakout, I think is pretty significant and a good sign, okay, that the trend has changed. Alrighty, we have a key date coming up, November 8th. Um, that's the mid cycle, the mid time of the 49-day cycle. We could find maybe a low there if we correct into it, or maybe we could find a high. We'll see. But regardless, the yellow to yellow 49 days, I do think by December 2nd will be higher than $1.10. Okay, and much higher than where we started at 80 cents here, October 14th. Alrighty, just some interesting things. Yes, and we can go over a meme coin. This will be probably it for this video. But yeah, let's start to go over here. Ponky. So I made a post a couple days ago, maybe it was yesterday, but if we got daily closures above this 45-cent level, that's all we need, man. If Ponky can get that, I think it's going to 60 cents. Yeah. Now, if it breaks this trend line here that it's been finding support at for a little bit now, I do think you're probably going to test this 30-cent level again and potentially even come down to a bigger area of support between 33 and 26.7 cents. That's, always in the cards. But I have seen before where consolidations like this do just break up to the upside. Now, another thing though, right, that I don't like is that there are bearish divergences on the daily, RSI and momentum. You got daily Stokes topped out. They haven't even really started to curve down much yet. So I do hold Bonky. I was thinking about selling here, but the bigger trend is up. It had a break out of its range. So that bearish case with the divergences, right, and a break of this trend line doesn't really have to play out. I have seen before where consolidations like this just do break up, okay? So regardless, I'm going to be holding my Ponky because I'm very bullish on it. Overall, this is a structure break where you broke the range, right? So the trend is up. It's a Solana meme coin, so the Sol and Jupe do pretty decent. I'm sure this Sol meme coins, the bigger ones, the solidified ones, will do just as fine as well. Okay, that's my case on Ponky. But yeah, guys, so that'll be it for this video. Short term, we are having a little slowdown. Nothing to be scared of, in my opinion. Not financial advice, of course, but I do believe we're entering that final phase of the crypto cycle where things go crazy and you can potentially make some life-changing money. You just have to take the risk, okay? I will try to bring out more videos throughout the week, but as I said before, follow my X account. I'm much more active on there. And yeah, peace out, guys.